Hi, Dean Kershaw here, Kershaw Instrumentation. I'm here today to talk about our roll width tester, model RWT-18. This machine is designed to measure jumbo rolled tissue rolls similar to this here. This particular roll measures 8.5 inches in diameter. The tester is designed to measure rolls approximately that size. The machine consists of 3 rails, and we have a caliper that moves on these 3 rails. We have a sensor in the back that measures the position of the caliper, and we have a touchscreen PLC that will display the width of the rolls and provide us with the calibration routine to calibrate this tester. For starters, to run a test, what the operator does is simply lifts the caliper, places the roll under the caliper against the 2 front rails, and that centers the roll on the device, and then we lower the caliper down. Now if you look at the display, we see that this particular sample measures 3.71 inches in width, and if we would prefer metric readings, we simply touch the display and select metric, and we see that it's converted to 94 millimeters, and you can see it's very easy to toggle from English to metric units as I am demonstrating here. Now you'll notice there's one small line of text. It says calibration is due in 30 days. That's a calibration reminder for the operator. Each day this number will decrease by 1, and when we reach 0 days, this message will go away and will be replaced with a red message that says that the calibration is due. Now, when it's time to calibrate, we simply go over here back to our mode screen, and we touch the calibrate button. This is password protected because we don't want necessarily every operator to have access to this area. And there's some online instructions that walk us through the calibration. For starters, it's telling us to remove the sample and lower the caliper to the base to establish our 0 position. I just simply touch to proceed, and now it's telling me to take the 2 gauge blocks that are provided with the instrument. We have a 2.5 inch and a 1.5 inch high gauge block, and it's instructing us to lift the caliper and place both of those gauge blocks in to establish a 4-inch reference. Now I'm going to touch the green calibration complete button, and our calibration is done. And if I go back to our display, we see that we have the 4-inch gauge blocks in, and we measure 4 inches. If I take the 1.5 out and have the 2.5 remain, we look at the display and we see that it reads 2.5 inches, so it verifies that it's reading correctly. And if I take the 2.5 out and I put the 1.5 in, we see that it measures 1.5 on the display, which verifies that it's calibrated correctly. And if I take the 1.5 out and I lower it down to the base, it reads 0. So using the gauge blocks, we are able to verify that our calibration is proper. And that concludes our demonstration on this simple tester.